We have to look at the positivities. If the Indians had come here, they have already slogged and developed, whether you like it or not, most of the roads were built by the Indians in this country, and there were many plantations were all, at that time without all the machinery. They were the ones who came and did clean up the whole place, and many died. Now all these things were sacrifices. You can use the word sacrifices, or you can say that they came here, were looking for food, but then did they really come looking for food? Or were they brought in here by at the intention of the British, who were the colonial masters at that time, and they went and told so many probably lies, and saying that there are going to be a lot of good things for you in Malaya, very far away from here, but we will take care of you, well, good, we will give you so much money and all those. And then did they just lure them into this country? I think historically, if you look at it, they were lured into this country first. After coming here, many of them stayed here as citizens of this country. Do they deserve this type of treatment in this country is the question. Do you portray them with this type of portrayal in a literature book that is supposed to bring in unity, nurture the young mind? I don't think it is so. So if the minister doesn't want to, just because the majority is very strong in this country, and they feel that majority rules, so we can't be bothered about the minority. And again, the election results are showing that all the Indians are voting for that. Now, in the election results, the Indian community leaders did not take this as an issue at all, and not due to some reason, for actual reasons. The Indian community in this country is still, after 50 over years of independence, are still not full of awareness. They are living in a world of darkness because most of them like entertainment. So that is why in any election campaign you find entertainment galore. Even the government media goes down there with all the stars performing this and that, and then they give them feast after feast and so much. So they know how to control these people, and all the leaders, when they go there, they don't talk about issues. They just give them some donations here and there. They give some awards to the Tamil school or the temple around there and all those, and get them to vote. And nobody talks to them about this issue like this, which is a far-reaching issue, and the Indian community itself doesn't want to look into this type of reaching issue, because they have been brought up like this in this country. The main media, our main media, does not really educate them, and the small leaders and so on, they are very happy to be loyal to the few leaders who are sitting in offices. The Indian group in the estates and all other areas, in a manner that they are not aware what is happening to themselves and to their children. And the enlightened ones are the ones who have to bring the thing, and the enlightened ones are sometimes in the pockets of all these leaders. And as an educator, I find if education is being used to indoctrinate the wrong things to the young mind, it does not augur well for this country in the future. So I feel very sad about it. Being a Malay literature teacher especially, I was one of the first to take up Malay studies in this country, and have been a Malay language and literature teacher. I was also an English teacher before that, and I find that they are using this method to indoctrinate the wrong things, and with the full blessings of the Ministry of Education and the government of Malaysia, it's not good. I hope the Prime Minister intervenes in this, and it is not by number that the Indians can win. It is not by going to the streets or burning the book and all those. I don't think that is the right way. We have to just ask for some intellectual discussion, and for some reason to prevail, so that this doesn't turn into a tragedy. Because looking at the Indian community, it is a very emotional community, just like the Malays running amok, and I think if you are not careful, this can lead to some sort of unrest, some sort of a thing, if it touches the raw nerve, especially in some schools. we have found that even the headmaster, the principal, is calling people pariah or killing pariah and all those. And then they say, look, where's the pariah book? The Interlok book is now called the pariah book, because of all the controversies that are coming in some of the schools. So it starts with a playful method, and suddenly someone calls someone pariah or does something, and then knowing the number of Indians who are not far from violent acts, if they just go and do some violent acts in a school and all those, it could just start off some racial thing, and then there can be problems that even the country or the leaders would not have imagined. I don't think it's just because of the minority. Please don't think it's you can just do it like that. That is not intellectually right, or reasonably right, or even politically right. I don't think it's right in any way. So that is my view, my heartfelt view, because we have nothing against the writer. We must make sure we have nothing against the Malays or nothing against it. It is something that is from the education point of view, it is never right. I don't think it is wrong in the name of the country's future, for the harmony in the country, just to accept it, take it, and put it aside, and then we just replace. After all, there are books that you have already approved for the other states. No need to even look for the new book. Just print some additional copies from the other books and give to these 3 states. Of course, there are regions. Each region has got book, and then maybe coming years you just choose some better books. I don't think that is a big problem with the ministry. To be adamant just because it's a losing face, I don't think nobody is losing face in this. If the Indian community doesn't bring up the problem and allow it, I think they will be, not only Indian community, ultimately even the Chinese community is going to be up in arms, because they also find something there which is not right for that community. But of course the Chinese have got a different modus of operandi, and some of them don't even bother about it, and they say, well, we will know what to do in the electoral thing, because they have got many constituencies where the Chinese are the majority. They can voice it there to show their displeasure. The Indians don't have even one constituency in this country which are the Indian majority. So just because that is the reality, it is not that they are so vulnerable that you can just push aside, and that is what is happening. So I would that's the difference between the Chinese way of doing it and the Indian way of doing it. So it's best the ruling party, whichever is responsible to make decisions. I think they have to think carefully, not by going by numbers. Justice is not by numbers. Justice has to be seen to be done, and that's what we are expecting them to do. For the Indians who have done so much for this country, the least is don't treat them like this.